The Commission. The Commission.
Here we go. Yeah, man. Battle Talk Tuesday. It's your girl, BOSSCHICK, RAINE. I'm going through different names. BOSSCHICK, RAINE, Barbara Bars. So, like, this is my Barbara Bars look. Battle Talk Tuesday. Lots to talk about, man. Let's get into it, man. Blogger Wars. Blogger Wars is something we got to deal with. But you know me, I never claimed to be a blogger. I'm not a blogger. I'm not a blogger. I'm just a journalist with integrity. You feel me? I do media with integrity. So I didn't get a chance to watch it. Shout out to I don't want to mess up. Who told me? I think Adrian told me to watch. Now, this is all I'm gonna say. This is completely speculation. I didn't hear it, but I did see the link. Blogger Wars. So Christian Bias basically caused a lot of he shook the table last week, dropping the meat writers blog, and y'all are mad, y'all big mad. So Adrian was like, I should listen to. So basically, they are mass reporting Chris Unbiased's channel to get him flagged or get him demonetized or whatever. This is like really sticky, man, because it's like it's not surprising because this is what y'all do. But I think going to that level, at this point, let me just say one full sentence. At this point, I think what he's owed at this point in time is he's owed the right to have his case finalized, closed, whether he's going to jail or he stays free. He's owed that much. That's what I will say. It's a very sticky situation only because now, and I think I might reach out to him, because now I wasn't privy to the fact that there were other incidents that changed things for me. But bloggers clicking up to get his page removed, I don't know how I feel about that. I could see actually doing that if he's convicted. But because he did that blog, I don't think that's a valid reason. And like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of y'all not really real right like that. I'm saying in general, not just the bloggers, in the culture, you're not real right. Like, y'all don't stand on nothing. You don't fight the good fight daily. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm talking about the culture as a whole. There's only a percentage of people that really are about certain things. And when y'all do this gang click up shit against somebody, it's always agenda driven. It's not standing on principle. So I don't respect it. I don't respect it. I can't say I don't respect it. I don't respect it. Because like individually, the character of those who are involved, and I didn't check to see who's involved. I'm saying most times in the culture, it's not high character. Like, it's not a high character thing going on in the culture of battle rap. So I always have to do like extra digging and understanding before I, just stamp something. And off rip, I don't know that I'm jacking that. I mean, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I don't know, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up now. Sherry, what's goody? I'm gonna pull it up now. Hold on. Let me see. I'm just doing it on my phone because I can't share the screen on this particular jump off. But do remember this weekend is going down, man. K Shark TV. I'm battling Mike Burner. We're gonna do some face-offs, I think, on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Those are battles on the beat. What else? Oh, I have a new show coming. Shout out to the Oracle Queen Prophet. Um, Shout out to Oracle Queen Prophet, Fan Vision. I need you to download the Red Coral app. I'm gonna be pumping that. You know what I'm saying. Also, big shout out a couple of sponsors. I'm working on a bunch of different things. To kind of like boost what I got going on. A lot of different things, different outlets. So I'm gonna have different content dropping. Just pop up in the studio. Just pop up. Hit the link. Not gang shit. I'm saying they're ganging up on one blogger to get him removed. And I don't know if I'm jacking that, depending on who it is. But I mean, if it's seemingly all of the people that are in the blog, I can't respect that. Like, y'all gotta come on, son. I don't know. I'm gonna try to empathize, but off rip, I don't really empathize. Combat, what's goody? Just hit the link. So I don't know, but hold on. Let me get a piece of this. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot going on in battle rap. I told y'all battle rap wasn't dead, man. I think I shout out to everybody who believed me. Okay, y'all were there and then y'all not there no more. That's all good. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, let me look. Oh God, got me watching this fucking page. Okay.
Just like one at a time. We brought this bitch. The rest of them is up. It's up. I'm just throwing names out there.
Who put this up there?
No, he weird as hell too. Having sex with
just throwing out names.
Weird, man. All that weird shit gotta go.
The conduct of a user on your platform specifically, I believe that their actions have constituted harassment.
When we see all the things getting sold out,
who are these people?
That's power. We gotta use that shit for shit like this.
Oh, 40 bars in here?
Where they ain't got no
bill collector,
monetization stream or none of this shit in this culture. These niggas gone. They predators. These niggas are sick as hell. Like, you supposed to live a regular life, but we just supposed to invite you in and let you fuck on it.
Who is this talking?
People who want to be like, oh yeah, well the trial later.
Can y'all hear it?
Okay, well that's.
Yo, RAINE, I don't see you. Just hit the
Don't say shit about what we doing. Don't say we coming down too hard on the man. Cause that top 6 I just read y'all what you charged for plus that shit I read myself and looked up your name and seen myself. That's enough for me, bro.
Who are you?
That's enough for everybody in here. So please,
who is this?
That tweet is strength in numbers for sure.
I don't want to be. I'm not taking the stance of defending him, but I hear don't recognize myself. Yeah, me neither. It says someone with an accent, so I don't want to be thrown into this. Please do not even say my name. It says device is not connected.
Go ahead, Tony. Hey. Oh yeah, Tony was. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure OG forgot because he did business and shit. I was in my truck. But when y'all was speaking earlier about women having protection,
combat,
like OPS and stuff. If you are in the Midwest,
but you got
area,
a lot. Hold on.
Yo,
you want to go full?
Yo.
You want to go full?
RAINE.
What's goody? You want to go full camera because you got me showing that you're. Oh, matter of fact, you could probably pull it up. All right, hold on. My bad, people. This is a touchy topic.
All right, what are we pulling up? Yeah, might be easier. I got you.
Oh well, it's
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Mhm.
they mass
I
the
mean,
title.
what is it about though? Because it sounded a bit heinous.
Yeah, but I want you to go full camera though, because for
Oh, all
now,
right, I got you. I got you. I got you.
it sounds a bit heinous. Get your bars off,
Damn,
man.
my
I don't know. I'm
bad.
playing around with different things, man.
No,
Um, so a bunch of
no,
bloggers and culture people are commissioning
I got
to
you.
they're commissioning to get Chris Unbiased. Um, they're gonna
My bad,
mass.
Rain. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, let me just speak to the
I'll be
people.
right.
They're gonna
I hear you. I hear you. Hold on. Yeah, they're gonna mass report him.
yeah, I was saying they're gonna mass report Chris Unbiased, I guess, to get him removed from YouTube or kicked out the culture. I don't know. But I don't even know who this guy is talking. But I see two familiar names I see
Damn,
in
Rain.
here.
My fault, yo. My camera's
Oh,
acting
you
up
don't
right
fucking me
now.
up right now,
Oh, cause I'm
combat.
doing it. My bad.
At least turn your mic off at least if you're not gonna interact with the commentary. Um so the two familiar names I see uh in there are 40 bars and Bill Collector. I'm not sure who this guy is talking, but let me hear it. I'm not gonna listen. This is an hour and a half. This is kind of crazy. Y'all be bugging, man.
We teach you the class. We are military trained. We get you same day certification and teach you the process of actually getting your license through the states. They're a little bit backed up. So if anybody's in, we getting the ladies up out of here. If any of you niggas feel like a bitch is up in here on some creep shit violating you, DM me, G. You ain't gotta say that shit publicly. I feel like niggas be more intimidated about saying shit like that because y'all feel like motherfuckers gonna claim y'all or whatever. Man, let me know. Bitches is predators too. Bitches is predators too. So if y'all feel like a bitch violated and
this is why you see what I'm saying. This is why I don't take this shit serious.
So let me know, cause
women are predators.
Beat that bitch ass for real. I don't really do too much on niggas, but I'll beat a bitch up.
Who is this? Who are these people? What the fuck? Battle rappers losing his mind, yo. Who are these people? This is why I don't be checking for certain shit. It's like I gotta hit 40. I'm gonna get the skinny from 40. Your mic is on mute still.
Yeah, was this like some spaces?
It was a spaces of them joining
that
together to get Chris Unbiased removed. I feel the very least what should be happening is at least let his case come back. Like let him be found guilty, and then that would be that would be that would be a reason to like, because yeah, if you're a convicted rapist, we don't want you in the culture.
Yeah, obviously.
But
honestly though, I never kept up with it to know what was the follow-ups. So I was always surprised how he was able to get back into the culture after all this shit happened.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why, right? It's because of shit like this. The reason why he was able to is because niggas do not do really good research. Everyone thinks that they are some type of, investigative reporter and shit. But I'm gonna tell you firsthand, because this is also why I ended up having a back and forth with Miami's boyfriend, because he took something I said out of context about this case. I remember being there, right? So here's the thing. When it came out that he was charged with these crazy charges, the culture went crazy. Like everyone was in shock, right? So all the jokes started to fly. But what was happening was people were, this is the main reason why I say you cannot loosely tag somebody, because it kind of like it supports people who do those types of things, right? So people were saying that he was a pedophile. They were saying that the victim was a man. that basically he was a pedophile rapist of
Jesus
a,
Christ.
a homosexual.
We gotta go detail for
No,
detail now,
right, but I'm
Rain.
saying this for a reason. I'm saying this is why he never got kicked out, because when the truth came out, those first two things were proved wrong, right? Because that was never the case.
Yeah.
Because niggas don't read. The charges said specifically, I remember reading this myself. People just ran with it because in the state of Georgia, and I think in one other state, if you're charged with sodomy or aggravated sodomy, that means that the victim is under the age of 16, or it's a big ass or the victim was sodomized. So people just read the whole underage part and just ran with that. So I feel like when he was let out of jail during COVID on a technicality, I think because of COVID and because of something else that I don't want to speak on because I don't know the technology. But
it's a sticky situation from what.
But when you read his release paperwork, it made me feel like, okay, this is something that, because he would have been put back in jail had they had more proof.
But not necessarily, though. That's the thing.
No, hold on. That's why I don't want to speak on it. Yes, necessarily, because of the technicality he was released on, they gave a breakdown. It's a technicality that not just the COVID thing, but something with the paperwork and with the charges is the reason why. If I'm saying I don't want to speak on it without knowing the actual facts, right? So, but last week I found out. I mean, I was told that there were two other cases, but when I read the actual paperwork and seeing two different cases, that's what kind of changed it. And I don't really want to talk about it like that, but at the same time, when you see notables in the culture kind of like doing this, and I don't know that everyone in there is not agenda driven because of like,
there might be agenda driven. I think the analogy here that's perfect with it is I think I heard somebody said Chris Rock. He said he had a joke like that once. He was like, if this guy went into a building and killed 7 people, don't run around saying he killed 10, because when they find out that it wasn't that, then they're not going to believe you.
They reduced They reduced the whole thing. That's exactly what happened. It's because of shit like that. So that's why I'm saying, at the very least, I think that people should be. See, the thing about it is, I watched his other follow-up blog. He cannot talk about the case because his lawyer advised him not to, because it makes sense. If you do a blog defending yourself or giving us more detail, it can easily be chopped up and used against him, right? Yeah. I would honestly hate to think that he's out, that he's that person, and you out here just all willy-nilly. That's what the Spaces is about. That you have these charges and you have multiple incidents, and we're not.
I think the charges are enough. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm riding on the Spaces side of things, because I don't know what's going on over there. This is all kind of new to me. But I feel like if the people on the Spaces are riding under the guise of the charges are bad enough, they kind of right. It's one of these things where ultimately I understand. I don't want to, call anyone guilty of something before knowing full hand. But when it comes to shit like that, I've heard that the laws and the technicalities of it are much harder for women to prove that later on and stuff. So I always look at it from a moral kind of thing. Like, if you have that, if somebody accused you of that, somebody went through the public humiliation of everything that comes with that, I'm not saying believe them, but I think it's bad enough that it's definitely in battle rap. I see where they're coming from. I don't think there's room for somebody with those charges. Maybe if he gets, found whatever one day, that's cool. But I don't think he should have came back in under the guise of, hey, it's a technicality. Because there's ways that technicality could have gone against the girl. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the situation is, but the charge is nasty and bad enough. And that's where I stand on it.
Right. They are. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I mean, I only addressed it because someone sent it to me and they were saying this is what's going on, and they were saying, as a fan, just the fact that they are clicking up to do that, it should be addressed. And
I would say this.
Yeah. I didn't really want to talk about that. I was really wanting to talk about
Yeah.
what. But see, this is why I don't respect it, right? Because if y'all were gonna do that, why didn't y'all do that before the blog was put out?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like,
yeah, I agree with you on the timing of it being now because they want to click up and everybody wants to do it coordinated. But the reality is that should have happened when he first came back into the culture, had it not been completely cleared. I never kept up with him since he came back. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch his comeback blog. I know I had a lot of video views on it, but I never got around to watching it because I never heard that he was like found like not guilty of that. But I understand what you mean as far as everybody clicking up and doing that. I know a thing or two of battle rap people clicking up.
Like, that shouldn't be the response to a blog. Like, if y'all were gonna click up and make this happen, y'all should have just had this campaign going. It like never stop. Yeah. It seems like every time he shoots, this is the response. So I guess he knows what comes with it. But y'all, all that. But see, this is the whole thing. It's like you still entertaining him and making it valid because you're responding to the blog with his case, but not. I don't respect. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not standing on nothing. If you're going to do this, stick with the whole. Like, it can't be a response to a blog about battle rap. You're responding with that because this is like the second time they've had this, this this culture meeting about him, and the last time it was in response to a blog as well. So it's just like, as a person of principle, I stand on principle. Like, if y'all gonna be standing on principle, then stand on principle. But don't be standing on this and clicking up because he's dissing you. And now it's like, yo, this guy is this, that, and the third. Y'all been had more details, obviously, than I had. Y'all knew this. Why didn't y'all keep it going? Like, stand on it. Because he has an impact in the culture. That's really what the issue is.
That's where they're feeling aware of his impact. And you're right.
I hate when I do that. I gotta stick to my plan because it throws off my energy. Because I really was going to talk about the blogger wars, though, have been started because of his blog. That's why I brought him up, not to talk about his case. To be honest.
What was the original blog that he put on?
He shout out to Dominic Sonero. He said Crispy shaking shit. He's definitely shaking shit right now. So the blog that dropped, Polo, who's battle rap fanatic, he dropped Ether blog on Polo, the other Polo from Black Compass and Cola. Did you see that?
Nah.
So that's so pull that up. Pull piece that up. Let's do that.
Let me see.
Battle rap fanatic. I think it's called Black Compass, CUMPASS.
Oh, I think I heard of that.
Yeah,
is it like a list or something? Or is it just like a blog, like a video?
He's calling them Compass instead of Compass.
Yeah,
Media,
I got that.
MEATIA, media. So he's basically, he got at them or whatever. So that it's just blog wars. It's a fire blog. But then another thing dropped today. I think they're responding. And then I saw that I'm not mad at blogger wars. I think blogger wars are good for the culture. Like, this is where you're showing that the bloggers also have I'm not mad at the bloggers going at it and duking it out.
I did see some of the beef with between the newer I have seen something. Let me pull up, see if I can find fresh my memory. But I did see a couple things about that, like bloggers going at it with each other. I just think that's a sign of how kind of boring battle rap is right now. You know what I mean? That these things are more
like, let's get to that. Let's get back to. But battle rap is not boring right now. Battle rap is actually. The battles are fired. People are out here working. It's new names right now. The future of battle rap is being developed. That's what it is right now. To be honest, if you really tapped in, you're seeing a lot more new talent. Gritty today shared a fire clip of a young dude that was dope. I can't think of his name, but battle like niggas is hungry. This is the face of the new wave, and if you're from the old wave or the old ever, this is where you get in, where you fit in. If you outside, you show that you outside. But like, get back to the battles, because battle rap is not boring right now. It's just that the culture is feeding off the drama. The culture loves the drama. Are you not entertained? It's like about entertainment. Shout out to my girl Bugs in the building. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I don't think it's that at all. I think that a lot of events, there are mad events this weekend, as a matter of fact. I'm in one on Sunday, K Shark TV,
Nice.
me versus Mike Burner. On Saturday, Trap New York, got the girls, got Bonnie versus Miami. Shout out to Bonnie. Bonnie, you owe me an interview. I don't know where you at, but come on, you gotta step to Barbara Bars, man. Like, you've been on all these platforms. They not asking the real questions. You know what I'm saying? The real questions. But sidebars, this is Battle Talk Tuesday. Bonnie and Miss Miami, I'm very disappointed in that face-off. Shout out to my guy No Mercy, but that was not a good face-off, yo. But for you two that really get turned up, that was the most boring, like, Miami looked like she was about to fall asleep. I don't know what was going on in that. So Bonnie, hit me up. I need that interview. I'm looking forward to the battle, though. I'm gonna try to pop out on Saturday. It's mad events, yo. Mad events on Spaces. This is the time for the new talent and old talent. Shout out to old Solo. He's going viral, crazy. Like, battle rap is very much alive, man. So I don't even.
I did see a post too that it was this new event that has a lot of good names. And I saw Norbs himself commented. He said something like, "Oh, that the great card, terrible flyer." And it is true, but it had like really good names. I'm trying to pull it up now if I can find it.
Pull it up. Let's see. And if you can, I'm gonna try to send you Calico's card.
Yeah, that's the one I think. I think he's battling Reed or something. Let me see right here.
That's his card. We're battling Reed.
I got you right now. Put it in the back.
Yeah, Mike Burner. You have some Mike Burner bars for me? Are you clowning his name? Is that the problem? His name? I didn't know that was his card. I see him at the top of it. It's an interesting card, though. Event of the year? Oh, I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about that flyer. This flyer, right?
This one right here?
Yeah. It is a bad flyer.
But a fire card.
So call it out. Calico versus Reed.
Clean Paper versus T-Rex. Bill Collector versus Tay-Rock.
Fire.
X Factor versus True Foe.
Fire.
Geechee Gotti versus Joey Linwood.
I don't know.
Old Solo versus Black Fonz.
All right.
Lady Caution versus Bailey.
Okay.
Asi Amora versus Yoshi G.
It's a dope. It sounds dope. This is the We Stay Outside. It's called.
No, it's still outside. Still outside.
Still outside.
Yeah. Presented by BMBL. I've never heard of that battle league. I think it might be Calico's league or something.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm trying to say, man. Shout out to all the battle rappers that are moving the culture, that are investing in the culture themselves. They got to that point to reinvest. They understand that their contribution to the culture has to be more than just their battles, right? So I'm really proud of all of the battlers doing their part to keep this shit alive. So shout out to
Calico. Be doing that too more often. More of the battlers like Calico and the big names, y'all are more than likely legends in your state.
But pull up QB. QB got one too. Shout out to QB. Hers is on March 9th on Biggie's I was just confused.
Find that one.
Shout out to my guy Philly Celeb TV in the building. That card does sound fire. Hopefully they got the flyer is not reflective of the production team and the battles actually are just as fire as they are on paper. You know, you got that you have that comparison too, right? Where it's fire on paper and then it's not executed, but that card is fire. So hopefully it's not too ghetto. So with that said, we're going to transition into
so the QB versus QB versus T-Rex. I don't have the full card as of one flyer. They're all individual battles.
Okay.
But I can call battles. I see there's QB versus T-Rex, 45th Focus versus Enes, Riz versus Lotta Zay.
That's fire.
Bangs versus A Ward.
That's fire.
Fire. And Dear Summer versus Shayrak.
That's fire too. Shout out to Dear
Oh,
Summer.
there's some more battles actually. City Towers versus Swave Seva. That's a fire battle.
That's fire. Okay, Q.
Fettuccine 20 versus The Real Steady.
That's fire too.
Polka the Rebel versus Naudi. Naudi, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Pardon me if I am.
Naughty.
But yeah, that seems Naughty. Yeah, and that's the whole card right there. But that's a pretty fire card.
Shout out to QB. So you see what I'm saying? The battle rappers with the names are reinvesting into the culture and helping to move the culture forward. Okay.
We got another card too I just found here.
That's what we do, man. We move
Let's
the culture.
see.
So shout out to y'all. So battle rap is not dead, man. We out here. So with that said,
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of work being done. Yeah.
So with that said, let's transition to the trenches troubles, man. Shout out to Easy. He's another one reinvesting into the culture. He had his tournament this weekend. Were you able to catch any of it?
Not much of it. No. How'd they do?
Okay, well, shout out to We Watch Battles. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Stacks. You know, we watched the battles and it was a lot of drama from there. But shout out to the guys. I did get to interview a couple. Go to my channel, check out those interviews. I interviewed Jay Moore. I called Jay Moore as the winner before the event, man. So show us some love. Cause I see a lot of media, you know, everybody's jacking Jay Moore, but Jay Moore I got like 2 interviews with Jay Moore on my channel. So check him out. Shout out to Jay Moore. All my picks made it except for 2. I got an interview on the way to with CNG Ty. His battle, he was someone that was popular because he was down with Zip Him Up. So people were looking forward to him winning, but he actually didn't win. So I haven't seen, he's done interviews, I think, with Restore Order and a few others. So I'm gonna check those out to see what he's actually saying. But that went left. It was some drama because his opponent in his battle said fuck Zip Him Up. But it wasn't like he said fuck, it was a part of his rant. So, but you know how you bring the crew and the crew
they're gonna feel away.
Right. So the crew got one of the guys in the crew was like, watch your mouth. And then that went kind of left for a second. But I feel like it could have been easily resolved had his opponent just started back rapping. But you know,
that's always the case. But motherfuckers always want to just establish dominance in that moment.
Entertaining it, and I get it.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, man, you're in a battle, man. You know what it is. You're supposed to be a professional. Keep it going. Feel me? So the reason why I labeled it Trenches Troubles is because even though, to me though, I'm proud of Easy. He's, you know, he has the right intentions. I think it's growing pains with being a league owner or a platform owner. So he's learning certain things. Sidebar, this is what the perfect thing about Battle Talk Tuesday. A lot of y'all in the culture, I know y'all fans. This is what separates fans like me and others from fans like y'all. Y'all run with shit way too much with zero emotional intelligence. So there's a clip from Hip Hop Is Real going around where it's titled Easy says, I feel smack about the money. He's saying that as a league owner, though. All he was saying, it was taken out of context. He was saying that, yo, people missed flights, people didn't show up to face-offs. And he said, yo, I feel smack now about the money because it's like, yo, these niggas is acting like money grows on trees. And he don't got the money like URL. He's establishing his company, his brand. You feel me? So that's what he's talking from that standpoint. And y'all was really smoking him for saying that. Like, look at this nigga here. I'm like, damn, son, like, can y'all not understand he's an owner now? It's different. It hits different when you're the person paying for them flights. I know, because I've done it. You know what I'm saying? You paying for the flights, you paying for the hotels, people not showing up. You know, you have to like replace people backing out last minute, all types of shit. That is the shit that the boss deals with. Boss chick is for a reason. You feel me? Yeah. So when I'm reading these comments, they smoking him like, what do y'all expect? And then now this, right on point. He's somebody my guy. Bring it back.
I got you. There you go. I was about to say he got beef on multiple fronts right here.
then salute to you, man. My guy, Combat, man. So then this happens, and I'm gonna tell you when I read this today. So that's one part. You know what I'm saying? Rain went. That's one part. He's an owner now, guys. You know, give him some grace. Let him get his growing pains. Okay. So when I saw this though, I was disappointed because without knowing what really happened, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think happened easily. So the part this is why I was saying trenches troubles, right? So it was kind of ghetto, a little ghetto with regards to how the battles were being judged. But again, it's mainly dudes, respectfully, and it's Easy's first time. He's still learning. So is his team. Muslim Poppy was the one that was controlling the media part where the judges were giving their opinions or whatever. It was seemingly a little biased because that's where we discovered too. Like I say, I'm a New Yorker. I defend New York. We get that terrible stigma of being biased, but New York is not biased. We rock with who's fire. You feel me? Philly is biased though. They were holding down. That is really showing you bias. Respect. I love Philly, but when all the battles, they were really holding down their own. They were holding down.
Yeah.
Philly. And you expect that because it's out of town. That's one part I want to say. We got to own that. If you're out of town and you're battling on that card and you're battling someone from home, that's typical. And I'm saying, even for myself, as someone that has returned, I'm experiencing that as well. But I was trying to tell Stacks that shout out to Prezi. I'm all over the place. I'm gonna bring it full circle. They were saying that Prezi got robbed because he battled the main event. Muwap was Muslim Poppy's artist, and they wasn't giving Prezi no love. But that's how I was trying to tell people. If you're watching all the battles in order, they're not giving anybody who's battling someone from Philly a lot of love. But in their defense, a lot of battlers, they earned that respect. So they did, like Bo the Great, when he battled, he was battling, I'm not sure who he was battling, but they wasn't feeling, he was battling Ty. They wasn't feeling Bo the Great at first, but every round they started giving him a little bit more love. But that battle wasn't two Philly people either. But you know what I'm saying? So they were kind of indifferent, but they were still making it hard for everybody who wasn't Philly. That's my point. But if you heated up, they gave you the love. Shout out to Stackboy Chuck, because I did a follow-up interview with him. He battled, he had 2,000 on the floor, and his opponent, he was saying that it was a weird energy in there, but he said himself in the follow-up that he feels that if he would have battled a guy from Philly, that he's glad he didn't battle someone from Philly because he felt the biasness in the room. You know what I'm saying? And he had on a Cowboys hat, and they definitely wasn't jacking that shit.
I mean, come on now.
Right. But bring that back up. So that transitions now to this, right? Like I said, Muslim Poppy was the one that was running the shots of, and Philly celeb. You're a Philly dude, super biased, right? So shout out to let me get myself together. Muslim Poppy was handling the media part. So without knowing what exactly happened, I can say this is what I think happened, and then I'm going to read his tweet. There was a lot of slack, but see, in my opinion, the slack does fall on the platform because there's $10,000 on the line. You cannot, you have to be up to par. I have no problem with them pulling people from the crowd. That happens. That happens in tournaments. Shout out to Grid City. That happened in the tournament that I was just in. Sidebar, shameless plug. Go watch me versus Meezy. It just dropped on Grid City. I didn't win, but it's all good. But the judges were fair. And what happened was too, the first set of judges on Grid City, the battlers and some of the people in the audience, they complained. They're like, yo, they didn't give good breakdowns or whatever. So each time they got better. So I'm watching this happen at the trenches. Every time somebody should have pulled his tail and said, like, yo, the judges aren't doing a good job of breakdowns. They gotta tighten up. But every time you're seeing the bias in each battle, but it's not ever changing. So by the time we got to the main event with Prezi and Muwap, and who was his artist, it's like the crowd, the people at home started screaming, "He's robbed." And the only reason why I'm a stamp a robbery, I don't think it's a robbery per se. Muwap was better than I thought. I mean, well, I had him in my picks off of buzz, but a lot of people were saying he was trash. But to me, he wasn't trash in the battle. But it's only robbery because it's not fair game, because you don't have judges giving fair assessments. So Prezi wasn't saying rob, the people were, but he has a right to say it, or the people can say it, because the one girl said, "Oh, you already know I'm from Philly, so Muwap got that." The other girl said, who's the guy with the hat? Oh yeah, he got that. He's like, what? Then you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, I'm telling you, as a judge on King of the Dot, where it was 100K on the line, it was 50K on the line. I think I did 3 seasons, 20K. Yo, those battles, like, we was getting shot at, and we were giving way better assessments. I even had a whole battle. Remember, Homeboy did a whole diss on me, because he's like, yo, you didn't really break it down. You didn't really say. Imagine if I said what they said. So
exactly,
you had to just tighten up. So without even knowing what happened, I'm basically saying that what I think happened is that Easy, as opposed to taking the accountability as the face of his platform, he must have placed the blame. Muslim Poppy did run that part of the thing, but I think that accountability, because, all right, let's read what he wrote. Before y'all start asking questions of why I'm not around no more, I am no longer a part of Gutter City, nor associate myself with that dude. And what's the hashtag?
The hashtag was unforgivable. Right under that.
So I think that possibly, he placed blame, and they probably got into an argument. That's what I think.
Unforgivable, though? What does that mean?
I think he must have threw him under the bus.
It's still a weird thing to say, like, unforgivable. I don't think, if it was that, I don't think that's that serious.
He did something that,
Yeah.
I think I'm basically saying that whole back and forth it gotta be that.
Maybe from the judging, yeah.
Because he ran that part. But so what? That's your partner. And the only reason why I'm saying, what makes me co-sign that is, all right, if you can pull up Battle Academy's tweets about it. So Battle Academy and Gutter City, aka the trenches.
Yeah.
What's your take, Philly Celeb? I don't know. They've been, to me, it's been a friendly, somewhat. It's hating, but it's not on their part. I'm saying, how dudes just end up hating. Like, it's a new dog in town, which is Gutter City. Battle Academy been putting in pain for at least 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Easy, though, he got the eyes. And that's what I was trying to say, too. The reason why it's important that you tighten up with the judging is because you got people, you got the culture watching. People like, when I say people like me, I'm saying that's a regular tournament. I'm supporting certain battlers, but you got all of us watching. You got all eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you got to tighten
Everyone's
up.
watching because you're easy. You're at the top.
Exactly.
So you get way more people watching.
You got top media there. You had Hip Hop Is Real there. You got full coverage. But I am proud of him that he got his own streaming, because the stream was pretty good. The stream was clear. Yeah. So shout out to him on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's an intricate part of the whole thing. Once you got that down, you kind of in. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I'm trying to find
It's
the
on
tweets, but I don't
Angry
see it.
Fan. It's an Angry
Angry
Fan.
Fan in the group
Yeah.
or on the page. I'm not in the group.
Oh, you're not an Angry Fan group. I'm surprised. I thought you was in that group.
Somebody banned me from it.
Oh,
I
I
don't
got
even remember why.
out before too. It's all good. If you go to their Twitter, Battle Academy, you can pull it up.
I'm
That's
looking on the Twitter. Yeah, what's up?
a lot of shit happened with the trenches. I think it's unfortunate that, but see, I'm gonna tell you about me. It's story time for me. When I seen that, because
Oh yeah, they tweeting a lot of shit. Oh, they
reading
tweeting a lot.
of the culture though on Muslim Poppy, they were downplaying him like, who cares? Like, fuck out of here. No one knew you anyways. That third, but he's valid. He's a valid part, and now I understand that. So that happened to me too. I remember when such and such left BOSSCHICK, and she announced it, and I'm thinking like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you announcing that I'm no longer a part of BOSSCHICK? Like, so, like, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand
all that.
It starts to it gives you a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a story now. It paints a narrative, and that's why I should have responded. So I'm gonna see if Easy responds, but I hope that they don't have no Jacko, what's goody?
What you think of this though? Because I just saw this right now on the Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, hold on
I can't see. Can you read it?
That?
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
There we go.
Can you read it?
Oh, I'll read it, my fault. All right, so it says here, see on this, all right, I'm gonna just go for the first one. It's actually Muslim Poppy tweeting out saying, Stiz, you know me, replying to Battle Academy, saying, Stiz, you know me personally. I know you bidding, but you know I would never tell on a nigga. And then Battle Academy replies back to that saying, that's a fact. And then right here is them saying, y'all lost a guy that was ride or die for y'all, shaking my head. I know something ain't right over there, but it's the Academy, nigga, the real Philly. And this was a reply to Easy saying we had another successful event, 5 back-to-back, yada, yada. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of corny.
What's corny?
Like, Muslim Poppy even replying back to the ops. Like, even if you ain't, if you no longer with us or whatever, you tweeting back with the ops. Because it looks like, all right, if you look at it just from that to that tweet, it looks like, Stiz, you know me personally. I know you right. You know I'll never tell on a nigga. And it looked like you must have told them because in the very next tweet they say is y'all lost a guy that was ride or die for y'all shaking my head. I know something ain't right over there.
Well, see, I saw that by itself, but I think it is valid because I think that there is some truth to that. We know Muslim Poppy is a Philly guy, right? That was repping in Philly. So it matters to Philly, the Philly fold, which is why I'm saying that whatever happened based on the event should have been handled a little bit better. And I'm not judging, I'm just speaking as someone who's been in that position and even said to myself, certain things that have happened, you know, like I'm not gonna blame. So here's the thing. What's corny though is I understand him announcing it or feeling, but that's first of all, it's too soon. So now I can look at like if we really delve into it, it's like, damn, son, you couldn't wait to announce the shit because the event just happened Saturday. Today's Tuesday. So the argument or whatever it is, it took what, a day or two, and you already announced it, and it can't be resolved. He put unforgivable, but what is unforgivable? What is it? What did he do? Like, I would need to know.
He doing too much tweeting to not be saying what it is.
Exactly. That's what's corny. So I feel you on that. That is what's not it.
It's one of them things where it's just like at this point, you know, if you're gonna go online and talk about something, if you're not gonna say what it is, don't even start, because you're gonna get the same backlash as if you were being messy, because you're still being messy and tweeting about it and not letting it die down first, letting the energy or everything settle. Give it a week, let people calm down and see where it settles. You going right to Twitter about it. So it seems like for you, you wanted to get ahead of the publicity or whatever. Who knows? You wanted to do something where it's more you're more worried about the public and how they understand what's going on than you are about fixing it. So that tells me that whatever it is, he must have been like, all right, whatever, and I'm gonna go and you know what I mean, in his mind tweeting. I don't know. I'm not gonna get him, but whatever. But it sounds like again
that part. He didn't give it time for us to even notice you being fucking gone. The event was
exactly.
when was you gone? Like nothing else.
And this could have waited. Because ultimately this was an event that you were working at. So you shouldn't want to overshadow an event that you were working at by then saying, "Oh, I'm not this," and blah blah blah, and then tweeting with the ops. Come on now. That's I don't know, because it's one of them things where it's just like when people fake ride out for people, which it kind of brings me to something that I kind of wanted to mention too. It's also like I've seen that before. Like remember when Rory and Maul were still on the Joe Budden podcast after the argument when they came back for like one episode and they were kind of faking it. Like now we're looking back on it, we know that they were faking it. They were acting like everything was cool. Even after the Spotify shit, they were acting like everything was cool. But now looking back on it, we know that they felt the way about a lot of shit. So I don't like it when people have these like, I ain't gonna call them groupies, but they have these people that are just like echo chambers or whatever. Yes men, essentially, right around them. And then those yes men become the loudest enemies later on. Like you was just somebody who was trying to attach yourself to my energy. And then if you can't get it one way, you're going to get it the other way because you're more interested in the energy rather than whatever it is that we were in business together for. Right. That was all a front for you to just be around my energy and tap into that. And then have your part of the story, like add your way into the story.
Right. That's
it's an NPC trying to get main character energy. That's the problem. It's a problem. I'm sorry. That's the same thing. But let's be real.
What's NPC?
Non-playable character. That's what they call the people. NPC, like the little random characters in a video game and shit. That you know what I mean. That's the new term that people are throwing around nowadays.
Non-playable. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, NPC is what it is. It's a couple. I'll give you an example. When Easy first came, went on camera after the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What pissed me off about that moment and what hurt him, he don't realize it now, but it did, was having fucking Frozenberg next to him. Why the fuck was Frozenberg next to you?
Facts.
You've never needed him before. This is your biggest moment, and we don't even know y'all to be like that.
Right.
I get he convinced you into thinking, oh, we could do a show kind of like our version of Rory and Maul. Okay, something like that. Okay, cool. But that wasn't the moment. Again, he was able to finesse his way into getting some clout off of that.
Right.
So, yeah. So I do got to say one thing about Easy. Unfortunately, we got to call a spade a spade. Mm-hmm. He's made some mistakes in judgment. You know what I mean? He's made some bad calls.
He's human though, and that's
exactly it happens.
When you get in the public eye, your every move is judged. You're no longer regular. Like these things may have been done behind the scenes before, but now he's in the public eye, so we're seeing you make these mistakes on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like not only on camera, but like we're seeing your mistakes
in
like
real time. Yeah, you see them grow.
Where you and I, or we can probably get away with these mistakes, and nobody knows, or what I'm saying, like it's not so prevalent. But he's being watched by the whole culture, so it's like we're seeing it, and it's growing pains. He's gonna learn. Like I was feeling this the entire time as he was getting on his incline. I can parallel my journey similarly. Like I had, I was like Queen of the Ring at one point. Like we're cool now. But they was URL to me. They were blocking my battles. I had to come up with ways to his whole thing. I'm watching him do it. He had, but this time what he had that I didn't have, he had the full support of the entire culture because they got to see what it was and they picked a side. Like as opposed to being someone who had less. That's why I always say it's harder sometimes with women to break through. Like our stories don't get told. Like, so I was proud that he was doing it. Like, yeah. But I knew he was going to make certain mistakes because you're learning. This whole entrepreneurial thing is something that no matter how many people have done it before you or whatever, it's like you're learning. You learn as you go. It's just a part of the game, yo. It's a part of the game. I was watching Monique tell her story to Shay. And she said something just like that. Certain things that you would think that if you, but see, it's different though, because it's Hollywood, but it's the same concept, right? She's like, yo, because you would think that these agents, these $1 million agents, and these different lawyers would have put her on that she should have gotten an executive credit to own her own image. So she was only getting paid a certain amount. Mind you, the Parkers garnered over, I think, 8 seasons or something crazy.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars, right? So now she made syndication within 3 years, but her agents are telling her, all you gotta do is just get syndication, because that equated to like 100 episodes, and I guess that's what a lot of people shoot for, because then you get paid, the residuals afterwards. But she didn't know, they didn't tell her that she should have owned her image. Like, I don't own my image, like that's me. Like,
how do you not know that?
I'm Miss Parker, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you kind of like you learn as you go. So that's why, like, the peanut gallery be judging a lot, and you be like, yo, dude, you never even did this shit before. You feel me? Like, so it's like you learn as you go. You don't know, man. So he's learning, as he goes.
Real time, I guess.
Real time, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but but that was a good analogy. Shout out to Business K. He said good analogy. Your whole comparison that you did with the how you say it, non-playable character.
Yeah, that's a good term.
That's a good term.
I started thinking about that, Rain. Like, it started hitting me too, because it's also like I started looking back on my battle rap career, and I see a lot of moments where, I don't know, I guess me being humble worked against me. And it was like I let a bunch of NPCs have their sway over my story. Then now looking back on it, I get a little annoyed at it, because I'm like, damn, I should have been a little more like, no, this is like controlling of that moment and saying, nah, this is my shit. But it happens. Like, I look back now, like, even with like league owners to events and shit, I look back and I'm like, damn, there's moments where you do that. You try to be humble and all that, and somebody else is just gonna try to take over the moment just because they're looking at the people and shit like that.
Right.
And you can't it's like Cat Williams said, you got to tell them no, man. You got to tell them no. Gotta take over your shit.
You live and you learn. It's the same thing with me. Like, you live and you learn. I had a bunch of non-playable characters around. But not only that, what you learn though too is, and it's one thing he's going to learn, is that certain people are going to support, but you have to like utilize them based on what they want to do, right? So you can't just assume that some people are only there. They're not there to do work. They might support financially, but they don't want to do no work though. They don't want to do anything, but they're like, yeah, that part. Or some people are ready and willing to do the work, but they're not going to do certain other things. So you got to learn how to utilize people for what they also want to do, and make sure that you have open communication and understanding. So stuff like that should not happen. Because what happens is too, these things happen because people be thinking that they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
And is it business or are we friends? Which one is it? Is it both? Well, let's establish some boundaries. Because that shouldn't even happen, man. That should not be. That shouldn't happen. Because at the end of the day, the way I look at it, in Easy's favor, though, respectfully, they both got some kind of issue, obviously, but the culture knows Muslim Poppy through him. So I always give a little bit more leverage to the person that gives the boost.
That's a fact. But you should always know that as the person who gets a boost of any type of validity in a community or a culture, you should know better after, like, if shit goes left, to not go public with it.
Not go public. That's what I'm trying to say. When this chick did that to me, I'm like, girl, who are you fucking like?
Shit could be like, to me, that, yeah. And to me, that when people do that, it makes it more like, it makes it feel like you was just,
but I knew that. I kind of knew at that point when, what it was. He probably did too, though. But
he figured he could just.
You won't know until he tells the story. But
exactly.
This was a good battle. Man. Any last things to talk about
battle rap wise? There's not much there.
Yeah, we could wrap it up.
Ain't too much in battle rap going on right now, specifically.
Nah,
But in hip hop, generally speaking, rap battle hip hop, there's shit going down.
like
Like
what?
the Zeno shit. What you like the Zeno?
Oh, Zeno, man.
I gotta say something, man, because everybody getting at him, and I get it. It was bad, but I actually started watching it. He drank more than anybody who's ever drank there within his first 30 minutes.
How do you know?
Like,
did Nori say that?
You see it. No, you see it. You ain't got to tell me. You see it. He had a clear glass full of dark liquor, like all the way, like more than half of it. And when the first time Nori said, all right, take a sip, you know what I mean? He goes and chugs it, the whole one, puts it down, gets another one. 15 minutes later, does the same thing. And then Nori started laughing, and Nori knew what I'd say. He's already going to get fucked up after that. After that, you can see so.
Was he trying to tell him to chill?
No. Nori ain't say shit. That's why I understand the backlash for Nori. No, I'll tell you what Nori was doing. When he saw it, you could see it in real time. He couldn't control himself. He was just like, yeah. He was just like really like kind of happy it was happening because he was gonna get, whatever he was in full control of the interview at that point. But it looked kind of corny. It looked like a corny thing to do. Like, but again, at the same time, Zeno was kind of stupid to do that. To drink that much, not really they just trying to show off, I guess. I don't know. He got
I think he was happy to be there, yo.
I'll say this: Eminem would never be on Drink Champs.
You think so?
I know so. Rain, this Eminem, man. Because this is one thing I want to call out in the situation is that Zeno, at least, granted, good or bad, he's more real. He's more out. We see more of him. Right. Eminem, I don't think has the personality to be able to go on Drink Champs, take some shots, and talk some shit. I don't think he has that personality in him. I think he's kind of a,
You're an Eminem hater, though, yo.
I'm not, though. I just want to see what happens here. I want to see, because I just feel like what's happening right now is just a lot of people saying, even though it's a bad look for Zeno, I'm not going to front. That's not a W for Eminem. Like, I don't think My Enemy Fallen is a W for me as much as it's just an L for them. And it's like the internet is like, oh, nah, that's a W for Eminem. He didn't have to do shit.
No, see, what he don't understand is maybe it's just my own rule. He was winning. He was up winning I feel like he won the battle, but he talked himself out the W.
Exactly.
And then this shit right here, I didn't watch it yet, but that makes it worse, kinda.
Yeah.
Kind of like talking yourself out the fucking W, yo. He should have just shut the fuck up. I don't know why he had to say. Because I understood what he was saying, like at first, but the more he went on a fucking world tour about the freestyle, the
now
more
he lost.
Up. Yeah, because initially when he said on Rap Grid, it was valid to me. He said, "I'm in the studio with my boys, and we traded lines."
Yeah.
To me, it's nothing wrong with that because anybody who's been in the studio, that's what goes on. That's not a big deal. But then you start going on did a live about it. Then you trying to defend it, and now you're making it seem like what I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
making it seem like somebody did just write the whole shit for you, and
maybe
low key I heard that that's valid. Somebody wrote the whole shit.
It probably is, but my problem is with these stands. We got a couple of stands in the chat right now. Rain, shout out to Ray Lansky. Jumped in saying in the Facebook chat saying, "Why not? M is that nigga." Capital letters. Hell yeah, M can be on Drink Champs. I'm not even taking Benz that serious with exclamation points. Ray, my boy, this is what I mean. These type of fans. This is why I do it, Rain. It's not. I have no.
He's from Jersey too.
That's even better. I have no quarrel with Eminem. It's with his fans that are just making excuses for him. Like what I'm saying is Eminem has not responded to this shit, which does make him look corny because he started.
He's far from a stand, yo.
Well, okay, but these fans of Eminem that constantly defend him in every situation with and hold him to no accountability whatsoever, that's my issue. Let's hold M accountable. M is not on, he doesn't even do interviews. M doesn't be on camera. He's never been on camera longer than an hour talking. I don't know why, because I think he's a weirdo, and I think he'll show that on camera. Eminem hides for a reason. I'm not Benzino grandmother. I've never even heard of Benzino till this year. I've never heard any song of his until this shit. I am a hip hop fan. I'm more of an Eminem fan than I am Zeno.
Why is he saying he guessed you're Benzino's grandmother?
Because again, this is what I'm saying. This is what these stands do. The stands, they try to flip it on the person and say, well, you're just a hater. Like, I'm just talking facts. Eminem doesn't do podcasts. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't tweet. And he's never even been seen with like shorties or anything like that. Like, what's going on here? What's going on here, man?
Yo.
I'm sorry. Don't make me put that image in the background. That one of Bruno on them shit. But it is funny, though. I think, you're right, because this is a perfect example of somebody talking themselves out of a victory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Talking himself out of a W.
He did.
That's a fact.
And so did Nicki. Nicki didn't have to drop her record yet. She was up with the 4 freestyle bars of bitch. Get
Exactly.
up foot.
Exactly.
That's Zach.
And that was the best part of the record, too.
Then you know what happened? No, before the record. You know what happened? She started going on live. She started talking about other shit. You started mentioning her moms. You doing tweets. You got Twitter fingers. Then you drop a record with all the shit that you tweeted and did on live is on the record. Niggas is not feeling it. And then the record was all over the place. You talked yourself out of W. She could have been a real queen. The real queen was just throwing her 3 bars, taking that energy, and be like, you're dismissed. But now, what did she do? She talked herself out the W too. 2 OGs talked themselves out the W. But we're gonna wrap it up, man. We got these bars off. That's hip hop. Shout out to my guy Don Corleone.
Yeah, aka Combat. We outside. Battle Rap. Battle Talk Tuesday. You already know. Tune in next week, man. We'll be back. Battle Talk Tuesday. Let's go.
Yeah.